What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Untitled Gaming channel. I'm AJ Gels, guys. I've got some more Battlefield 1 for you. A few quick things before we get started with Avanti Savoia. I don't know. I don't speak Italian. Obviously, you can read the description there. A few quick things before I get into it. I found something on my recording software. I'm not sure. I might not have been recording at top quality for, I don't know, maybe the last week and a half. If that's true, I am sorry. I don't know. I've been thinking my video files have been looking small, but so if you notice a jump in quality, that is why. Number two, this will probably be the only video I put up today, unless I put something up late tonight. There are some reasons for that. One being I've just not been in a good mood today. There's been I don't even know what it's been. I've just not been in a good mood, and I don't like recording and being all meh with you guys. Mixed with with the fact that I've just been sleeping terribly. It's like 5 o'clock, and I'm probably gonna go to bed soonish after dinner. So I wanted to do something, and I've been wanting to jump into the next war story, seeing that I also have to finish this game up in the next day or two. So like I said, don't expect much out of me today. This is probably all I'm gonna have up. Tomorrow, definitely expect me to hit the ground running hard with a lot of other content and whatnot. Like I said, I apologize for all that. It's not because I don't like you guys or that I'm getting tired of this. It's just I've been under a lot of stress. I have some work I have to do for my school's paper. I have a couple. I'm behind on one review, and I have to write an article for the Nintendo Switch reveal. So there's just a bunch of stuff. So there we go. There's some housekeeping. Let's have some fun.
Affected by the war, every corner of the world was touched. The human spirit drove us to fight where no one had dared to go before. Whether it was the mountains of the Alps or the skies above, we found a way. They said this would be the war to end all wars. But I wonder if there will ever be an end to human ambition and our will to destroy.
Alright, so here we go. Avanti Savoia, something like that. La Vittoria, and then Tutti Accopati. I hope I pronounced either of those correctly. Looks like this one will be in Italy. I've talked enough. Let's get into it.
Up there? Are you all right? We're ready for you to cut the cake. Wow, these are incredible.
Yes, it was an incredible time.
You looked very handsome in that uniform.
That's not me, that's Matteo.
Oh, of course. I'm sorry, Dad. Take as long as you need.
No, it's okay, Tesoro. It's time I told you what happened to him. It was during our last battle together, just a few days after our 21st birthday. My brother's battalion had been ordered to capture a fort deep into enemy territory. I wasn't going with him. I was part of a special unit with a different mission. Our task was to support Matteo's battalion. We were a proud unit. We changed the war for Italy. The Arditi.
Oh, la vittoria! Oh, tutti accoppati!
Alright, that is a really cool motto. We either die, we either win, or we all die. It's,
While Mateo was pushing forward, I had to fight up the mountain and take out anything targeting his unit.
Just hearing this story makes me worried for you.
Don't worry, I was in a full suit of armor. Besides, the Aditi were proud volunteers. We would have done anything for Italy.
See, I find this really this kind of funny. This the fact that I'm in a suit of armor.
A church was sitting at the base of the path. Enemy troops had fortified it. I had to fight them first.
This is one of the, I guess, special units in multiplayer. They get unlocked. It's this, a flamethrower unit, a tank buster who's got like a big ass like anti-tank rifle. I think there's one other that I can't remember off the top of my head. I think this is interesting. I think this like shows one of the coolest parts about World War I. Or I guess like the coolest part of like World War I's history is the just this was like the first modern war. Like we kind of have to remember that. Like so people were still using old, you know, how to put it, like old weapons. You know, like people still use, like people used swords in this war. You know, people like this guy, he's wearing armor. Like I mean like a legit suit of armor. I mean, maybe not what a knight would wear, but you know what I mean. It's. Shit, shot one of my own guys. But yeah, I mean, son of a... I need to create some space, get some health back. But yeah, I mean, like I said, like this...
Left after the flame troops were some foot soldiers. After that, the church would be ours.
But yeah, I mean, like, really, this is, like I said, like, this is what was probably really interesting about World War I is just the mix of the technologies, you know, like, people would still, like, cavalry charge, you know, like, they get a bunch of people on horses and, you know, charge an enemy position, but, you know, it's kind of a problem, you know, after this war, you know, with the invention of the machine gun. You know, you're basically just, people just getting mowed down. If you guys haven't figured it out by watching this series, I am a huge history buff. Maybe not buff, but you know, I love history.
Non possiamo restare qui!
There was an artillery gun that was shelling us and Mateo's unit. I had to destroy it.
And he was still heading to the fort?
Right. I had to make sure he got there.
Do I have anti-tank grenades? Yes, I do. I also have dynamite, but... not far enough. far enough either. There we go, it's closer. Got my anti-tank grenade, all my anti-tank grenades though. Depending on the length of this chapter, or this, I don't know, episode, whatever, I may be able to get.
Offensive was in danger as long as that artillery gun remained, so I had to take it down.
There we go. I'm one of the guys that mounted. I might be able to squeeze this entire one in this video. I might make this one a little longer depending on time, but I'm gonna see, because I think this one's only like 2 missions. That interesting, because I didn't know they had flamethrowers in World War I. Maybe that's one of those, of course they did, I'm just not thinking. I'm just trying to think, like, what? So I believe our flamethrowers in, I think, like, World War II shot napalm. No, napalm was Vietnam. Wait, was it? Can't remember. Maybe it was the same design as World War II. I'm just overthinking it. Those guys that just ran into me. Great, I'm low on bullets.
Restiamo qui a perdere tempo! Qui abbiamo finito, andiamo! Ricattiamoli indietro, non è ancora finita!
The only way to ensure that my men were safe was to blow up the gun itself. That explosion was one of the sweetest sights of the war for me. But there was no rest. I could see an anti-aircraft gun over the next ridge that was taking out our planes. And that was my next target.
This is a multiplayer map. Or, like, part of one. It's actually a really cool one because, you know, there's like a lot of open angles, you know, a lot of places for snipers to hide, so you kind of always have to watch yourself. You know, since it's kind of like all fought on this like hill, it's really vertical in its own way.
The gun was manned by Austro-Hungarian troops. I had to remove them before I could use the gun myself. I take down the last man, but then I hear a noise that I will never forget. They were targeting Matteo's unit below me, so I do the only thing I can. It was me against an entire enemy bomber squadron. We had no reinforcements. If those men were killed, our advance would be completely halted, and I would have lost Matteo. After the first few went down, they started targeting me. I had to stand my ground.
Safe behind your armor?
Of course. Nothing could dent it. But then the planes veered away. When I got up, I thought I had died and gone to hell. They blew up the mountain. They buried us. They buried themselves.
Oh, God. Mateo.
I had to find him. So I went down into that hell. It was my only choice. I had to find Mateo. He could have been anywhere.
Just curious, are we still in the same... Okay, well, maybe. I don't know. I wish it was easier to check, like, what, mission or whatever you were on. I don't know what the heck this this gun is.
Started with the first thing that came through the fog. There were allies pinned inside lodges. I needed to save them.
Jeez! This thing has got a fire rate on it. Oh, I died. Luca Vincenzo Cocciola? I think that's how that's pronounced. Man, I should have taken Italian instead of German back in high school. Wait, did my high school?
I had to
My high school offer Italian?
You could have been.
I don't think it did. Search for Matteo. I was too lazy to fight him. It's got more bullets in it.
I started with the first thing that came through the fog. There were allies pinned inside lodges. I needed to save them. We saw them. Armored vehicles coming from the enemy fort.
But you didn't have your equipment anymore.
There were crates of enemy weapons in the lodges that we scavenged and prepared ourselves with.
much use in this one.
Cannone campale! Cannone campale! Il prossimo è per te! Ora viene il peggio! Stiamo passando al prossimo obiettivo!
Through sheer force of will, we took out their firepower. The lodges were safe, and I had to move on.
You never said, was Mateo in those lodges?
No, the men said his unit had made it further up.
Alright, you know what, guys? I'm going to end this one here. I'm not 100% sure if the next, how much longer we got, and I don't want to go too far over a half hour. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. Sorry I haven't done much commentary and whatnot. Words are hard. Like you guys a lot. As always, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, my website, all down in the description below. And remember to like, comment, and if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. And until next time, guys, I am AJ Gels. This is the Untitled Gaming Channel. Thank you so much for watching. Just die, damn it. I'm out.